Now, up among our feet, as I've said, as I've predicted, no, Nagajani today we are going to win. But unfortunately, I feel like there was, a lot more that could have been achieved by the team. But other than that, there are some good positives that I've seen from the team so far. I've managed to note them down, everything that I've seen. Unfortunately, guys, I could not watch the entire game, from start to finish. But obviously, the second half of the game for me, it was marvelous to watch. I do not want to lie. It was very, very marvelous to watch. It's something that I think or wish to see more with Kaizer Chiefs, going forward and playing more teams. Now, guys, obviously, you know what to do. You need to like the video. But anyways, let me just quickly jump in. And then, Joe Mangshido, we were expecting to win today's game. But obviously, we were not just expecting that. It is also a good display from the defense that we were expecting to see. And so far, guys, I do not want to lie. You see the combination of Aiden McCarthy no Inaso Miguel. I think those two make quite a good pair, but not just them, even the pairing of other players, Abukwinika paired with Inaso, and also Kwinika paired with Aiden McCarthy. Those combinations, I feel like so far we have good depth, and not just good depth but good players in terms of display and everything. So far, looking at things and how they are, because come on guys, you can see clearly Abachita are doing what we wanted them to do. What obviously in a measure was 3, and I think we're just left with just one game. Tomorrow we're playing again, and I think it's going to be on 7. Unfortunately today network, even now it's still bad, guys, but I would have loved to watch the game with you guys and experience it, because at the end of the day there's no infringement in terms of this one. And then we look at the reputation. We need the reputation, guys. Now there are videos that I've recorded. Obviously, they're going to be playing on the screen as I'm talking, and I'm speaking with you guys. And I'm going to tell you, okay, this is what I've seen and this is what I've not seen. In the terms of build up here to scoring goals, I think we need more repetition, because I've seen something. I've seen it with Umfundo Vilagazi. I've seen it with some of the other players. I think we just need a good repetition, so that we can perfect it and master it. I think that's one of the reasons why last season we've considered a lot of goals, because we could not replicate Lendo. Okay, now we are creating a good scoring opportunity which we're supposed to use at the end of the day. I think for us to be able to use those chances, we need to make sure we score the goals, and we capitalize on the chances. But there's something that I think it is a problem. I'm gonna let you know later on the video. Kaizer Chiefs, they are making this mistake. I don't know whether it's coming from the coach or T1, but Joe Mangshido, Bafit, Aiden McCarthy, and Inaso Miguel, I believe those players should be starters. And then the problem that we've been seeing, because I've written it down here, we go back too much. I think we sort of like go back Gakulu instead of focusing, especially when we are pressing, when we are attacking, when we are attacking, instead of what is figure pambili, and try to do something sase pambili, we tend to go back a lot. We play even back passes, which I do not understand. Maybe it's coming from the coach, or maybe the players are being allowed to do what they think will be more suitable so that they do not lose the ball. But that is something that is going to punish us, because at the end of the day, we can play those back passes and then they win the ball, the opposition. You're playing your teams like Abu Orlando Pirates, you're Skokuna United, you're playing South African teams, and then that's where you will see it's okay. No, Abachita, they are going to punish us in terms of counterattacks, and we do have a problem on our side when it comes to counterattacks, which is something that has been the problem that is making us lack goals. In just a minute. Now we move on. Ethan just said, yeah, I can see Umchita. I think he just needs to change, a lot of things. But so far, Jobang Shilo, for us, we need to change the point of attack. Whenever we are attacking, we should not go back too much. We should just try and compromise and make something, be creative of something, saselapo, not to go back too much. But with just let Yambona, he's trying to find himself, but obviously I feel like he's overdoing things. He just needs to relax and do things normally. We know he's not great at keeping the ball, which is something that I'm not happy about, because so far he's not able to keep the ball that long. I wish he can be able to keep the ball, but I think with time Umjita will come alright. But so far I'm not gonna complain too much. I feel like he's starting to gel, he's starting to understand the players. Yes, I've seen him and Umtutuzi Shabalala, they were not complimenting each other, which I saw something marvelous from Umtutuzi Shabalala. Being bigger, guys, to be honest, the youngsters, we do have quality. I've been saying this before, and I'm still going to maintain saying it. When it comes to the youngsters, no, we definitely have quality players. The problem is the senior players, which obviously we're still going to talk about that. And then we look at Frostler Buffett. For me, I do not want to talk about Frostler on today's game, but I just want to say, guys, the guy is a star. Yes, obviously there were some few mistakes, but so far, no, I'm happy with the Frostler. And then we jump to Brendan Peterson. He was caught napping. There was this shot where I don't know if he's screening, but he was, caught napping. I tried to record that moment, and then but so far, I wish maybe if it's an injury, I sort of quickly so that he comes back to the game 100%. But so far, no, I do not have any complaints so far with the coach, with the goalkeeper Brendan Peterson. And then up front, no, so far I'm happy, with also George McClough. He has improved a lot, to be honest with you guys. Joe Shilo last week, currently I can see he's able to scan the area and everything. But so far, no, I'm happy with the George McClough. I feel like he's getting back to the Mr. Long and Short that we all know and love. But other than that, no. Umjita, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with it. I don't want to lie. Now, obviously, a lot of you might be thinking QP is impressed because we won today. No, I'm impressed with the performance of the team. I don't care about the result, to be honest. Yes, I was expecting a win, but the result did not matter too much to me. I feel like even though we could have scored more goals, but the goalkeeper of the opposition, of the team, PEC, he was there to make sure Oti Ushai Spansake. And then Wandile Tuba, obviously today he got some game time, some minutes. I'm happy with his pressing. He's the same Wandile Tuba that we all know and love. Obviously, there's still some few things that he can improve on, but so far, no, I'm happy with what the guys are doing. And also, we do have our substitutions. For the first time ever, I've seen Kaizer Chiefs making substitutes and substitutes come in the game and make an impact. I was very happy. Yes, the results were still missing, but I was very happy. We've seen Kabelo Nkwesa today getting some minutes. He was wearing jersey number 30. Is it 38? 38. Guys, I made a mistake last time. Please, it's 38 and 34. 34 is Tulani Mabaso and 38 is Kabelo Nkwesa. Now, I was not too sure about Kabelo Nkwesa. You guys were the ones who said, no, QP, Umchita Umnandi is someone who's going to help the team a lot, and definitely I think he is going to help the team because Nyambego Mchita, he's tall, he has the pace, he has ball control, everything. It looks like Umchita is a proper left back that Ngashoti probably is the player that we've needed so far. But other than that, no, I'm happy with Nkwesa. Yes, obviously I still need to see more of him. He's the best of the best in few games going forward. But so far, no, guys, I'm happy 100%. I have to give it to the youngsters. And then looking at the midfield, definitely this season Bafetu, I don't feel like we are going to cry and complain about the midfield, because so far, no, midfield here to Bafetu is looking very compact. It's looking very, very good. Tulani Mabaso in the middle of the park being paired with any player, Umjita will give you a good performance. You could not see there's a player who's not there, even though not what you could not see. I felt like he did more. He did more than what we were expecting from him. This guy is definitely a starter. We need him. He's definitely a starter, and not just because in as long as there's a chance for him to play Magadlalo Mchita, even if he can play as a substitute, I do not mind. But at the end of the day, yeah, I see people being benched because of Futulani Mabaso Bafetu. But anyways, we are not there. Looking at Umfundo Vilakazi, I'm happy with the boy. Obviously today he had some good shots and he made sure with Laoma shots were on target with just one miss, if I'm not mistaken, Mangbega from the second half of the game. First half, I did not see anything, guys. I'm from Kabamaga. Network was bad. If you were with me on the live stream, then you've seen with no QP or by Zeile with the network, and I've tried to explain that. But so far, no, I think Umfundo Vilakazi needs more chances like those ones. I think it's high time Umfundo gets more minutes so that he can be able to gel with the team and utilize what he's capable of doing. Now I know there's someone who's not happy with Maccabi Lepo, but for me I'm happy because the guy doesn't just lose the ball out of nowhere. Yes, his skill, it's not something that he has a lot, but he doesn't need to complicate things. As long as he can be able to receive the ball, pass the ball without losing it, I'm happy about that. And also going forward, aiding numbers, making sure tonight whenever he gets a chance, he does make sure to a shooter. We've seen him coming from January up until now. Omjita, since our arrival, Kaizer Chiefs has managed to win the goal of the season. It's because football brains are there. And then we look at our attack. Definitely, guys, I'm happy with the attack. We are doing so much better than last season. Actually, from the last few games that we played, I think now the team, they found each other. They're dancing the same song. Yes, there's still improvements that needs to be done, but so far, no, guys, I cannot stop raving about Cheetah. They're doing wonders. And then Bruce Vuma, I'm happy, guys. I was complaining about Bruce Vuma. Even today, I made a video. We talked about Bruce Vuma, Abuza, because Bate Buzana my questions, and I wanted to ask, is he having problems with Imeriji now, or what's going on? But so far, Bruce Vuma made those crucial saves that we know him off. Ovuma can make those saves, which is something I'm happy about. I just wish he could continue doing this, not Lentobega years up past few games, but now we need this Vuma back in form and in line, doing those two crucial saves today. Made my heart feel so happy, guys. I'm so happy about Cheetah. Yeah, they are definitely trying to get back into the starting 11. And then also we have Keston Sereno. Hey, Sereno Bafetjang Warisha. Okay, today I'm not going to complain about the same problem that I complained about the other day, because yeah, today he looked much better. But the only problem that I had with him today is the fact that he's losing balls, very important balls, especially what's going on. But so far he had a good game. For me, I feel like he had a good game, but obviously the only problem that I've seen so far is him losing most important balls. Maybe it's the coach told him to say, no, Vetu, you need to play with the team. But sometimes Abu Serino, there are those kind of players that you need them to be let loose. I see Umfundo Vilakazi doing that a thing that he always does, Akibeli Paula, but I forgot how it's called. But anyways, I wish to see Keston Sereno being allowed that movement, that free role, Mfana, just do you, because we know Sereno is very dangerous. But so far he's not doing what we need him to do, and that is a problem, because he's left with just the season, and for us to be convinced something, he needs to step up his game and make sure we are scorer. If we can end the season with Keston Sereno having scored about 10 goals, then definitely it will be no shock to see him good. I know Kaizer Chiefs have decided to give him yet another year or something, maybe 2 years again, but depending on how he performs, because at the end of the day we did sign him because we thought definitely Mchita is going to help the team, and he has helped the team. I just wish to see him getting back to where he used to be. I understand the age factor of it, it's something that might be limiting, but the quality of this player, it's something else. We need more. We need to see more in terms of Keston Sereno. And also the build-up, he was there. If you look at this build-up that I just posted now on the video, you can see he was there, and it was a good build-up. But at the end of the day, I see what he was trying to do, which is a good thing. The only problem that I've seen so far with Kaizer Chiefs is the counter-attacks. Counter-attacks, they prove to be not fruitful. But ngesilungu mabasho, they are not fruitful at all. Our counter attacks are missing. They are missing in action. Whenever we go forward with a counter attack, must pick up Hambili, things just become a mess, super flat. There's nothing, no creativity, no. We have to say, with this counter, definitely it is going to be a goal. But so far, things are not looking like that. But other than that, Buffeto, I'm happy with the win. I have to take the win, whether it's a preseason game or not. Joe Mangshila, I've always said this on my previous videos. Would know you guys might take it as a preseason training, but for me it's very serious, because at the end of the day we need to make sure it must lala 26, because yes, it's still a friendly game, but it's sort of like our first official game. So Maslalang 26, hoping to see other friendly games along the way, sliding Namayama team or Konla, but Maslalang 26 against the team Asante Kotoko. That is the team we need to make sure Tiabachita punish, because so far Bona, they're doing good on their side. Tina, we are not doing so good, but we will see as time goes on. How are we going to flare up, or how are we going to play for 2026? But so far, yeah, no, I'm happy with today's game. I just wish your coach should select a lineup for tomorrow's final game. He should select a lineup as he did this one. This is my lineup. This is how I'm going to go and play. Yes, I know, I understand we have a lot of players that need game time, but let's just have a good starting 11, and then after that we can substitute some players. It's not a problem. Players can come in for other players. It's not a problem. It's fine. But either than that, I'm happy with the performance. You can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with something new or before the game. Peace.